Welcome back to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe if you like the content I'm creating. So today I'm going to talk to you about a concept I've talked to you before about, but we're going to talk about it again because it's really important. And many of you may have not heard these concepts before, or maybe you have and you just need to drill back into your head a little bit more. You see, you need two things in order to change your belief system. And I'm not talking about your religious belief system. That has nothing to do with that. I'm talking about your beliefs about yourself, your beliefs about the world, your beliefs about money, relationships, your own value, that kind of stuff. You need two things: repetition and emotion. In experiments that were done a long time ago, they were judging monkeys' neural net connections depending on repetitive stimuli. And the studies they did showed if, say, you repeat one thing once, you get one neural net connection. If you repeat something with even the smallest amount of emotion, you'll get 10 to 50 times that connection. Now, you repeat something or have an instance with a lot of emotion behind it, you'll get 500 new neural net connections formed instantly. Instead of one, you get 500. Now, how do you do that though? You add emotion. You add, instead of saying, I like myself. Well, that didn't seem like it had a lot of emotion at all in it. But what if you're like, I love myself. I love myself. There's a lot more emotion involved in that. You can hear it, you can feel it, and when you do that, you form a lot more neural net connections. Now, remember that truth is independent of the person. Your truth is different than my truth, than someone else's truth. You see, they can go be running around with the belief that they suck. And you know what? They're going to live that out every day of their life. They suck. Now, most people, probably 99.9% of people out there, will never change that belief system. They'll never do it. They'll make a very excuse you can imagine why they're not going to change it. They'll discount these things as possibilities. Oh, I can't change it, or I don't need to change it. I'm fine the way I am. It's bullshit. Let's get real. If you got the remote control to your life, wouldn't you want to flip the channel to something more, appealing? Wouldn't you want to? There's always going to be something about yourself that you want to change, but you do have the power to do it. But people don't want the responsibility. They're like, oh, I can't do that because so and so over there. Oh, I can't do that because of what my parents did to me. I can't do that because Trump's in office. You see, people don't want responsibility because if they claim responsibility, they're also claiming the responsibility that they are not where they're at because of themselves, not because of anybody else. And people like to blame other people because it feels easier than taking and say, you know what? I'm responsible for that. I'm responsible for where I'm at. I'm not, it isn't that person or another person or the government's fault. It's my fault because I did or did not do something when I should have. I did not learn. I did not learn what I needed to learn. I did not apply it, or I allowed someone to take advantage of me. But, if you take responsibility for something, you instantly have the power over that thing, meaning that you can make the changes necessary. And it's never too late. You could be 70 years old right now, and you know what? It's never too late to change something. It's never too late to live a better life, especially when you don't have much life left to live. So, back to it again, repetition emotions. If someone says, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. Hell, there's actually a book. I'd have to go up to the bookshelf to get it, but there's actually a book called Love Yourself Like There what's it? Love Yourself Like There's No Tomorrow, I think is what it's called. And the person did exactly that. They said they told themselves they love themselves like 500 times a day for like an entire year, and it dramatically changed their life. So, that's a very simple thing. Now think about what you're talking about all the time in your head. You're always rehashing the mistakes. You're always rehashing, what angers you, what bothers you, on and on and on it goes. So what do you think you're going to get more of in your life? You're going to get more of those problems. You're going to get more of what you're putting out. So remember, repetition, 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 emotion. And you don't have to tell anyone else what you're doing. But you get in there and change the belief systems about money, about yourself. You literally wrote the ticket for a new life. That's what you've done. Now, if you got that kind of power, don't you want to use it? Or would you like to wait another day and say, hey, I ain't got no power over my life. It's this person's fault. It's that person's fault. It's the government's fault. Or you can take the chance, take the leap of faith, and actually do it. Remember, guy literally said, I love myself 500 times a day for a year, and his life dramatically changed for the better. So, what would happen if you did something like that? What would happen if you told yourself money is easy to get? What would happen if you told yourself that you're worthy of everything you want? What could happen? Well, everything can happen. So, give it a shot. You never know. Or you can wait another 20, 30, 40 years and, wish on your deathbed that you had made a better change earlier on. Sounds harsh? Well, there's nothing more harsh than regret. That thing will eat you alive. So, if you want, what do you got to lose? Telling yourself that you care about yourself? Is that really something to lose? Nope, you're about to do it anyway, so might as well. So, give it a shot. Bring more of what you want into your life by telling yourself that you already have it, that you deserve it, that this stuff is easy for you because you're just so awesome that it is. All right, until next time, see you later.